Deep within the emerald heart of the Guyana Rainforest, where the canopy is so thick that sunlight becomes a memory, exists a creature that shouldn't be possible. For decades, the scientific community treated species 151 as a myth, a campfire story told by explorers. But in the late 20th century, a single fossilized eyelash changed everything. It wasn't just a discovery of a new species, it was the discovery of our own origin. At first glance, Mew appears fragile, a small mammalian organism with a long prehensile tail. But look closer, and the biology defies explanation. Its skin is covered in a layer of microscopically fine hair, so thin it is invisible to the human eye. These hairs act as sensors, detecting changes in air pressure and psychic resonance. But the true marvel lies in its cellular structure. Most Pokémon are specialized. A Squirtle is bound to the water. A Charmander is a slave to its flame. But Mew is protean. Every single cell in its body is a totipotent stem cell. It contains the genetic sequence of every feather, every scale, and every wing that has ever existed, or will ever exist. In the grand tree of life, Mew is not a branch, it is the root. How does a creature less than 2 feet tall survive in a jungle filled with apex predators? The answer is mimicry. Through a process we call rapid molecular restructuring, Mew can rewrite its own DNA in seconds. By observing a predator, its cells vibrate at a specific frequency, collapsing and rebuilding its physical form. In a heartbeat, the small pink phantom becomes the very thing that hunts it. But why does it rarely do this? Field observations suggest that Mew possesses a passive invisibility field. By manipulating light waves through its psychic aura, it becomes a ripple in the air. It is a master of being there, but not there. Science, however, is rarely content with just observing. When the Mew project began on Cinnabar Island, the goal was to harness this primordial DNA. The logs found in the ruins of the Pokémon mansion tell a chilling story. The scientists didn't want to study Mew, they wanted to fix it. They saw its playful nature as a weakness. They wanted a weapon. By splicing and magnifying the aggressive traits within Mew's genome, they created a shadow, a mirror image with none of the grace and all of the power. This was the birth of Mewtwo. But while the clone was built for war, the original remained a symbol of pure, unadulterated life. Today, sightings of Mew are rarer than ever. Some believe it has left our world, retreating to a place where science cannot follow. But as long as a single Pokémon breathes, as long as a single egg hatches, the legacy of Mew lives on. It is the silent architect of the biosphere, the playful phantom of the jungle, and the mother of all that is. The question is no longer, where is Mew, but rather, what will it become next?